What's up, guys? Cody here today with a Kennen game. So, this was in ranked, for once. Normally, you guys know, for those of you that watch me, normally, that a lot of times I'll just put up normal games that I do with friends. Because that's kind of what I play mostly because League is more fun with friends. But lately, I've been in a mood to just get better, at League in general, and the best way to get better is by playing ranked. And for the most part, I'm pretty good. For the elo I'm in right now, I'm in actually gold 5 right now. So I'll probably make a video on how I got to gold, because I actually did not get to gold playing top. I got to gold playing support. Well, a mixture of lots of things, but mostly what I was grinding with the past couple of days to get to gold was support, which was very interesting, and I'll make a video on that sometime soon, maybe even the next day. But so, quick thing, I'm going to say right now, this Garen sucked. He was so bad. As you can see, he's just walking up to me, and it's just funny. He sucks. So I'm not really going to be talking much about him. Yeah. I was originally going to make a video about why, my grievances with top lane and the issues that I face, that everyone faces as a top laner, in solo queue, because I had a game on Kennen where I went 15-4-19 and lost the game because I went in on a bad fight at the end of the game, but I was pretty much the entire team, because my mid lane and top lane my mid lane and bot lane both lost, and that pretty much decided the game from there. But I was doing good, so I was like, maybe I'll carry. So Garen flashes exhaust me, and he dies, and he dies anyways. Yeah. But so Kennen, to be honest, I pulled this guy out and ranked, and this was my fourth game on him. I pulled this guy out and ranked because I put like top and fill for I put top and fill one time, and I was like, oh, I got top, wow. Because I was expecting to get support, of course. And I was like, well, I guess I'll play Kennen, because I'm not in the mood to play Gameplank anymore. For those of you that saw my video on Gameplank, he's still viable. It's just I can't go the build I like to go on him, and because of that, I just don't want to play him anymore. So yeah, I die here because I didn't know Evelynn was here, and I could have done that better. I had flash, I could have escaped her quite easily, but I wasn't thinking. But so yeah, Kennen has been the one chosen to replace Gameplank for my name. And he's very different than what Gameplank is. Gameplank was burst down with barrels and then win from there. Kennen is completely different. Kennen engages on the enemy and is just like a big screw you to them. He's so much fun. You get the build I go is Zhonya's Abyssal Scepter and Proto Belt, in whatever order needed. Swapping out Abyssal Scepter if they don't have any AP, swapping that out for a Ryla's. I'll get those 3 items, Sork Boots, and then I'll get a Void Staff and a GA. That works out really well for Kennen. and I'll explain why we get why I get those items in particular, because I get those items pretty much every single game. So Zhonya's you get because your ult is still going off while you're invincible, while you're in Zhonya's, and that, you know, it's pretty much just like I can't think of who to I can't think of someone off the top of my head right now, but you're invincible, can't be touched, and you're stunning the enemy. Which, whew, the only reason why I'm playing Kennen is because when they did the changes to Kennen in the mid-season update, oh my gosh, was that, whew. The champions that Garen gets idiotic here again. You're gonna notice that he does this constantly. So the champions that they didn't give major reworks to, Kennen and Victor, those two are the ones that have been doing pretty well and are pretty popular right now. Because Kennen's all just it stuns everybody so easily. It's just he's just so good right now, especially for a solo Q pick, because you just go in and then everybody you just wreck the whole team. But so Zhonya's for invincibility during your ult. We're gonna get Abyssal Scepter for some MR, because as Kenny we're not gonna build like any health really. Protobelt and Rylas, if we happen to build that, are do give health, but we're not really focusing on that. We're focusing on surviving for a good amount of time while we're in our ultimate, but more so just to get surviving long enough to stun the enemy, and let our team follow up with all the damage, because you will do damage on Kennen, especially when you're fed. But you're not. With how I build them, you are not the main source of damage. So, Abyssal Scepter is for the MR, and it's mostly for the magic resist reduction that we get to put on the enemy, that the enemy gets, and because it's going to the enemy is all gonna be in your ultimate, and as a result, that's less that they're going to have. That's less magic resist they're gonna have. And then I get a Protobelt, so that way I can dash in sooner. Because you E Protobelt ult, you're in the middle of the enemy team, and then you have Flash too. So pretty much, yeah, the combo for Kennen is pretty much like E Protobelt, alt Zhonya's. Yeah. So Stork boots, we're gonna get those because we want the we want the magic pen, because since we are not necessarily going to be building damage, since Death Cap is not necessarily a good item for us, because of the fact that it's it just provides us with damage. It doesn't help augment our kit like our other items do. We're not gonna get Death Cap, and as a result, we're gonna get a Void Staff instead, for more Magic Pen. And we're also going to get a I normally end with a GA at the very end. I screw up that fight tremendously, and I do a bad job here. I could have done that better, but yeah, then I get a GA just so that way I can live longer. Because a lot of times your ult and Zhonya's don't quite match, because Zhonya's is a 2-minute cooldown while your ult is in it at best. Especially since I'm running just mid lane runes. So I'm not running magic resist blues, I'm running cooldown reduction blues. And honestly, I should be running cooldown reduction blues, but I don't. Or not, I should not be running cooldown reduction blues, I should be running MR blues. But I don't, just because I like having my cooldown reduction. Because with the build I go, I end up getting 38% cooldown reduction. Which, you know, that's only 2 away from the max, so. What I could do, if I wanted to, I could run scaling cooldown reduction, but I'm not a big fan of that. But I could do that, run 6 scaling cooldown reduction, and then just get 3. Which would probably be better, quite honestly. That's probably what I should be doing. But that's not how I am. So, yeah. I think I've covered pretty much everything in terms of Kennen's kit. Oh yeah, real quick. If the enemy doesn't have any AP, then you can switch out. You can switch out the. Why can I? You can switch out the Abyssal Scepter for your. You can switch out Abyssal Scepter for Ryla's, so that way you get a slow. The slow is actually really good on Kennen since you just go in an alt, but your alt is pretty much gonna stun anybody in it, pretty much instantly. So yeah, it's not really gonna mean anything. But like the slow's really just useless if they're already stunned. And you can stun them for a good amount of time with your ult, and your W will add another proc of your passive on there, and it'll just be oof. Right here, I royally screwed this up right here. This was a really bad on my part. I did not have Zhonya's yet. It was actually second stream coming back up at this point in time, and I just completely screwed that up. Because had I had Zhonya's, I could have used that and then they could have flashed away. But I didn't, and yeah. So I haven't really been showing the builds yet. And if you've kind of been paying attention to what's been going on, you'll know that Garen probably has a I screwed this up here too. I could have done that so much better. My team does come and get kills though, which is good. We do kind of make that worthwhile, that play. But so for those of you that have been kind of paying attention to what's going on, you'll know that Garen is building AD. We have a Ghostblade Infinity Edge Garen on the enemy team, who is 310 and 6. So that's something, you know. And I'm 8-4 and 8 right now, so I'm having fun. And this is how most games go for Kennen for me. Garen's gonna get cut out here. We're gonna lose mid tower for this, for taking out Garen. But I have everything up aside from Flash, so I'm like, okay, we need to go in now. And as you can see, I get my ultimate just completely wrecks them, and it's just a bloodbath. And we're gonna get a mid tower out of this, although we're gonna lose a lot of health for this, and it's not gonna be pretty. Then for some reason we want to go Baron, which the enemy could have easily stopped us here because we were all low. But they don't do anything about it. They don't try to capitalize on that, and we're gonna lose the mid tower again for that because somehow Garen got there even though he doesn't have TP. I don't know what he was doing. He could have come and stopped us at Baron. It would have been really easy, but once again, he's if that hasn't been apparent yet. So Garen, okay. So right here, this is important. Okay. Okay. That this is me starting to make a play. Okay, but the reason why we're starting to make a play is we have Baron buff. Lucian's kind of far out. Okay, but this is the deciding moment of the game. Okay. TF, Leona, and Elise are kind of a bit close, or close enough. The TF and Leona are close enough to help me here to get Nunu, because I will be able to stun him down. Okay, Lucian will be late, but we have a Garen right here that is being an idiot, trying to get this tower when he obviously can't. I got no idea what this guy was doing. Stupid. Then also we have a Lux up here on the enemy team, okay? That means there's only up to 3 people defending this mid lane. And there are 5 of us here with Baron buff. And I have everything at my disposal in terms of killing them. Flash is still down for 51 seconds, but that's not a big deal when I have Protobelt, which I'm going to use right here, okay? Now what's going to happen is I'm going to find more than just Nunu here, which is really important because it secures the victory. This play right here. So I'm going to Protobelt in, and it's actually going to find Elise here, which is really good. And then Caitlyn's going to try to come up to try to help her team, because right now it's just me and the rest of my team is falling behind me. So IE, okay, speed boost. I'm going to ult Zhonya's immediately because Caitlyn can kill me right now. Their whole team can kill me, and I do not want to die here, okay? This isn't really slow-mo, but that ult happened. That ult takes down really fast, okay? So we just killed Elise. Nunu's got like no health. Caitlyn's got very little health, okay? I'm gonna start speeding this up here a little bit. We've got TF with his gold card, and he has ult. He's gonna jump around the back line. His ult is kind of late, but he's gonna flash anyways. That's gonna pick up the kill on them because they were already low. And then they're gonna get the kill on Nunu, and that's the game. And the enemy can't stop us at this point because it's a 2v5. And while we don't have anything aside from a Lucian ult, and Lucian's not really that fed anyways. Got Baron buff. So yeah. The game's done. And that's one of the things that you gotta always be aware of when you're playing. And I think I had another game like this too. I might show that one when I talk about getting to gold, because I was climbing as support, but I don't know if I recorded that one. But yeah, if you see people that are off split pushing, that just means go, 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 go. Push down the lane. Push down mid, group, push. If you know that you can, of course, win the game like that. Because like the person that's split pushing has TP. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit careful there. But Garen and Lux didn't have TP, and there was 2 people top instead of it just being 1 person. If it was 1 person, I probably would have gone and stopped him. If he could actually take out the tower, he gets executed to it, which is the funny part. But yeah, that's you know, just simple strats like that can help you win the game. You just yeah. And Kennen, really good champion for solo queue. He's the one that makes the plays happen, and he deals damage too. You just gotta know when to go in. You can't just run in willy-nilly, because then you'll won't get close enough. And even if you do, you still gotta hope that your team can follow up too. So you gotta know when all that happens. But he's a good champion for solo queue, makes the plays happen, deals decent damage, and yeah, he's not banned either. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and see you in the next one. Thanks.